Hi, this is Fred. This is my railroad and update after about 5 months of work. My Century engineering job and my MB Klein's retail manager job has been keeping me rather busy at times. So I haven't got a lot done, but I have been getting some progress. The staging yards have not really changed. I've added some trains. I've been working on JMRI lately to get that put into the system and do switching with it. I use it to program my locomotives also. I've done a little bit of scenery work in Porter siding now. Here's Porter's. You can see Spring Grove in the background. My idea is to try and shade that so it looks farther away from the barn at some future date. Still working on concepts to do that. Then we're also, I've been spackling and painting the backdrop now, trying to blend everything in. There's a row of homes, as you can see, at Porter siding. So then when it goes out, the main line goes out that way. The Dutch line, I should say. Anyway, I have a couple cars sitting here and Porter siding for pickup. And you can see the line over to York goes in that direction. So as we back out to the staging yard again, you see trains up in the upper Hagerstown yard. Back to the workbench again, which is a little bit of a disaster. We've got a few projects going there. Now, as we walk into the train room, now I haven't really shown you any big overall views, but you've seen that, so give you an idea of what the railroad looks like with the two decks. It's actually has not been too distracting to me. I was a little worried about that. This is Spring Grove right here. Put a piece of black cardboard and cut a couple openings in there for a track that's going to disappear underneath the layout that will serve coal and wood chip hoppers for the paper plant in Spring Grove. Then the Western, that's the Penn Central line down there, and then the Western Maryland will serve two industries up top. So not exactly that way in real life, but that's my interpretation of it. Here's the helix. You can see how that fits into the overall scheme of things. That will be painted, or haven't quite decided how to hide that. There's also a track that comes around from the upper level. It's an interchange track. It was going to be a reverse loop at one time, but I took that out. And then up here will be the Utz potato chip factory in Hanover. And I've started to lay out some of the town of Hanover. And you can see the crossing where the Penn Central crosses the Western Maryland line. There's tons of industry on the layout. Lately I've been putting in a lot of industrial tracks. I was holding off because I wasn't sure what buildings were going to go on, but then I thought, well, I'll just kit bash or scratch build whatever I need to put in here. That's the Western Maryland Engine House in Hanover. And this is Upper Hanover here. And most of these tracks of those cars are at will be the Utz plant, serve the Utz plant. So, anyways, we come around. There will be a little stream right here. And then there's the Bittinger stone plant right here. I've added a track since I last videoed. And then down below is York. So that is a lift out section right there. I have a sliding doors that go into my basement, and that's where that goes. This line here, where the Penn Central engine is, actually going to be in Maryland, Pennsylvania engine house. And this is would be essentially an interchange track coming off of Monpa. Excuse me. So you can see there's a scrap yard here. The NW2 in the background is actually the Maryland-Pennsylvania staging track. So, and I've added a backdrop in between here to kind of hide the Dutch line where it sneaks behind York, and hide also the Ma and Pa staging yard. And then I've just added a couple, buildings in here just to give me an impression of what's going to go in here. Not sure I'm going to use megawatts or not. Have been using the Caboose Hobbies Grounds Rose, Caboose Industries, I'm sorry. And then also, I've been putting A&E servo motors in for my switches. I have not many, but I have a few switches that I can't actually reach. So I've been putting toggles in, and they will actually be able to throw with my NCE throttles. I should be able to throw those switches when I need to. Added a bunch more yard tracks in here. That's a Penn Central line in the foreground, the Western Maryland Dutch line in the background. This is the rest of kind of York. As it comes on around. That's where you can see where the Dutch line goes back behind the backdrop there into Porter siding. The Penn Central line comes out from underneath there. It's essentially just two reversing loops connected by a single track that pass through York. As we come around, in the background here will be Lehigh Cement. You can see kind of where I've done some spackling today. And this Lincoln Yard here. So there's there'll be a bunch of industries back there that have still trying to plan out. So I'm using Shinohara code 70 switches on there. I'm actually using code 55 track now that Microengineering came back with it, for my industrial sidings. I've managed to put in this oil distribution plant right here. You see I'm spackling once again. Got that in. It's not complete. I got some details to add and stuff like that. I put in a road. I don't know if that was in the last video or not. And then also, what I've done is kind of completed the area down here, trying to hide where the Penn Central line comes out of the backdrop. So it seems to have come off pretty well. I kind of finished off this area for the most part. You can see where it looks really nice there. And then I have a little stream crossing here. You see the water in there reflecting. It's just a little stream or ditch that runs down along the section here. So, and then up top here, if you saw in the last video, there's the farm again. I don't know if I had the pond in at that time, but there it is. Experimenting with putting some photographs in the back, and then painting in some of the backdrop scenery. These are the interchange tracks between the Reading Railroad and the Western Maryland. So this all here will be the town of Gettysburg up in this area. So you can see the bridge in the background. So I'll back up here and give you another view overall of what the railroad looks like. You see there's the helix. The lighting's so good with the Micromark makes LED 16.5 foot LED lighting strips that I put underneath that are absolutely fabulous, showing up the railroad. Thinking about putting the valance up and doing the same thing for the upper level, but haven't quite decided to do that yet or not. So engine house up in Bittinger. There will be another industry up here. This area over here will be New Oxford. I have 3 businesses that'll be up there, Southern States, and a brickyard and some other stuff. So back also you can see the difference in the 2 levels. And then you can see Lincoln Yard again, a little bit different angle. So And then there's the siding up here, and I got these buildings sitting up there just out of the way of being down in in Lincoln Yard. So yeah, a building that's had an earthquake apparently. Anyway, you can see Hagerstown Yard in the background, and this will be Southern States. I have to build something there. It's just a placeholder now. So, and then I'm also trying to hide out where the head central line comes back out underneath of York, where it goes underneath the Lincoln Yard. So using some cardboard and the bridge and some other stuff to kind of hide that. So that's kind of it for now. I've, like I say, I haven't had as much time as I would have liked, but things are coming along. The tracks are running in. The trains have been running fairly well, knock on wood. And I think Carolina Models came out with a Western Railroad freight station that's in York, so that'll be placed where that Western Railroad boxcar is. And once again, I went up to York and took some photographs of Industries. I need to get a little bit bigger plotter so that building comes out much larger, or printer I should say. So I've been using King's Mills backdrops, and it's just coming along pretty well. I'm fairly pleased with what I have up to date, and we'll go from here. So I'll try and do another update sometime in the future, and I hope you all enjoy this and have a great day. Thank you.